his spot, right?
I remember.
And he called his sons up in the Poconos and said, "You got to get down there and cook something." And they came down with a griddle just like this, and for those who weren't here, they did grilled peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and they brought a gallon of milk with them, and we all sat here like, and blew us away, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Another simple thing to do that just takes it to another dimension. Thank you, Noah. Jack has got some sweets for us.
There's a what? I didn't hear what you said.
I said we have some sweets for you.
I still didn't hear.
Jack, pick off.
It's not a secret. It's not a secret. It's not a secret. However, not by popular demand. I heard that before, and I'm going to say it again. I want to be near the end so that all the work that's done before me, you know, is appreciated. And I think they've all done so far. Am I missing someone here so far? It's all really been done. It's been great, absolutely. And I'll tell you, I like being at the end, but I'm not going to be last because I see some other stuff. Right? Some other people have problems, you know, with what they're getting for dessert. But what I have is our very delicious and easy, what's it called again? Oh, red raspberry jam, okay? And I have this red raspberry jam that's absolutely delicious and it's versatile. Now, last year, everybody seemed to really love it. And I think I had, to finish up on the red raspberry, I think I had ice cream, and then I also had something called, I forget what it is.
11-pound cake, was it? Do you remember?
Huh?
Was it 11-pound cake?
Pound cake, yes. Pound cake. Remember that? I don't remember. However, I wanted to be very different from last year to this year, but I wanted to be able also to give you the same thing. So what I have this year is red raspberry jam, and I have a little bit different red raspberry, what's this called, Don?
Jello.
Jello.
Jello. Really, they have all kinds of things. And it's embarrassing. I have these two. But then I want to be able to put them on something. And I didn't want to do the same thing as last year because I want to be able to test it out to make sure I can keep on doing it. So you call me and say, oh, you know what? And then, like, you know, I'm going to tell you a story. Friday, I said, finally, after so many people called me, I said, okay, I'll do it. So I'm going down for pizza. And I said, okay, I'm going to do it. I got a week or two to wait. And I go home and I say, Diane, okay, I'm going to do this. And she said, you know, it's Sunday. I said, I got a couple weeks. She said, no, it's Sunday. So I called Jim. I said, Jim, is this Sunday or is it the Sunday after? He said, it's this Sunday. So I said, okay. Even though I have a difficult time remembering these two things, okay, what I'm going to come up with is this. And how is going to be my change? First of all, you take the Smucker's raspberry jam. You take one box of Jello. Don't take two. One small box. You got to put it in. You got to really go. Make sure that it's all mixed up. Then you're going to have to heat it up. And then you'll come up with this. And absolutely, it is so delicious. Now tonight you're going to have a choice, or you can take both. And that would be, this is called cheesecake. And this is called something very precious. What is it called?
Angel.
And today's Sunday. Angel food, angel food. And you're going to have a choice. You're going to really have a choice. And I think after you have all of this, delicious. This is all very filling, and it is going to be delicious.
Yes.
Okay? And then you can come and you can relax, and you can have either one or both of these. And I thank you for it, and I'm finished.
I told you at the beginning how God works with these things, right? I have to tell you, about a week and a half ago, I was thinking, I don't think we're going to do it this year because we just weren't getting the signups that we needed to get, you know. And I aimed for 12, hoping we end up with 10. And so at the last minute, Glenn said, I can't do it. I got to spend some time with the family. I'm traveling, this and that. And so he fell through. It was a tentative. And I said, uh-oh. Last couple signups. And then Jack, who said, no, I don't think I want to do it this year. He calls me. I said, Jack, thank you. And then the next person who called me is Ken Morton, who said, no, I don't want to do it. And said, hey, you still have space for me? I looked up and I said, Jesus, thank you. And so the answer to our prayer is Ken Morton.
I told Pastor, don't worry, I'll drop this off at the St. Charles Rectory over the way. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Chris's prior experiences of cooking, so I brought this just in case. I'm surprised he has the same set of in-laws after Well, I'm making a stir fry, chicken stir fry, a lot like the Pastor's. However, I mean, you can use shrimp, you can use beef, whatever you want to use. The ingredients are very simple. So I used to cook, you know, prior to Nancy, I used to cook. And anyway, the ingredients you can buy at the store real easy. The chicken broth. Now I know Nancy likes name brands like Wegmans or whatever, but ShopRite is cheaper for me.
Amen.
And soy sauce. Now there's some soy sauce has that MSG in it, and I know some people don't like. This doesn't have any MSG in it. However, I like MSG because I figure if it keeps the fruit and vegetables fresh, that's what it could do for me.
Keeps them fresh.
Henry's 90 years old. He looks 70, acts 60. You know, he has a tablespoon of MSG every night. Oh, and this is also low sodium. Some of them have like 1,200 milligrams, whatever, sodium. This is about 500, which is half of it. You can tell the ones that have a lot of sodium because it has a little cube on the back for dialysis. And the other one is corn starch for you. Also what's good for jock itch, that's the summer. You have to use oil. Now, Nancy is on this kick about, you know, use everything that's light and healthy. You can see how well it's working in our family, right? So, I switch over to olive oil, for whatever reason. And brown sugar, and garlic powder. And one thing nice about stir fry, something like a casserole, you can change ingredients. I mean, everything's approximate. You don't have to measure really anything. And you're used to doing it. You just put in whatever feels right. That's all. And the other thing I used to have is I buy 16-ounce packages of frozen vegetables. Lots of luck trying to buy 16-ounce packages anymore. They're like 10, 12 ounces. So, and we also found it was much cheaper to go to Produce Junction and just buy vegetables and cut. It's a whole lot cheaper, especially to have Nancy Hope cut them up for me. It worked real well. And also the chicken. I have recipes here. I use like 5 cups of chicken or whatever. And you just, after you get all the ingredients together, as a matter of fact, I was going to have Paula Dean here. I wanted her to judge it tonight. But unfortunately, she was out. She had to have an insulin pump put in. So. But you know, it's real easy to make. Because all you have to do is you just add a few like 3 tablespoons into a wok, similar to this. This isn't a wok, but it's close to one. And just heat the vegetables for like 2-3 minutes. Then put them in a pan. Put in your chicken. It can be I use 5 cups, but people probably more economy conscious might use 2. And you cook them for like 5 minutes. And then you just mix your soy sauce and garlic powder and chicken broth and everything together and pour it over and the cornstarch and just stir it until it gets thick. And that's it. If it's not quite thick enough, just add a little more cornstarch If it gets a little too thick, which happened to me a couple times, a little more chicken broth, then it back out again. And you can also serve it with rice. And that's it. It's real easy.
Cool.
We can always count on Chris for a family-friendly dessert. Remember last year, the Oreos? Weren't they good? Well, his follow-up today looks even prettier from here. I don't know if you can see it, but Chris, do your thing.
So this year I didn't wait till the last minute to do what I was going to do. I extended it out. Strawberry shortcakes. Actually, I did a trial run. It was very easy to make, so I went with it. Biscuit. You just take the biscuit, you add milk to it, you add some sugar. You have to melt the butter. Don't try to put hard butter or frozen butter. It doesn't mold real well. So second batch of what the directions called for was to take them on a cookie sheet and just put about 6 ounces. I put them in a cupcake sheet and did them, I was cut them in half. And the way that we ate them yesterday was I just cut them in half. I had my daughters cut up lots of strawberries today. Just put the strawberries right on and then make it like a sandwich. I tried to make homemade whipped cream. My wife doesn't know about this, but I tried today to make homemade whipped cream and it didn't thicken. So,
Good old Cool Whip.
so I took everyone got some more Cool Whip, and then just stack them nice. And then you can put more strawberries on top, and then just keep on putting more Cool Whip. But it was very easy to do. 15 minutes in the oven at 425, and that was good. They called for like 12 minutes. They were still the first couple batches were deli, so 15 minutes at 425. And that's it. It's simple and easy.
Yummy.
Okay, I think I'm the only one left. And so I've telling you how to do things that come quickly. Remember that shrimp scampi was from nothing to done in 5 minutes? Well, this is simple, but it takes a lot more time. And so this is a barbecued pork loin, for barbecue ribs cut up that way. I didn't know it was such a piece of meat. But recently went over to visit my son for Christmas, and he pulled this stuff out, and he served it on some instant potatoes, which was delicious. I didn't bother going through that. But I said, oh, that's just what I was looking for, a recipe for this. How do you make it? And so I got from the cookbook, you know, he wrote it up for me, and started with 3 pounds of boneless pork ribs. And so I took my special, you got to have a sharp knife, right? So you take a Ginsu knife. Okay, this is actually what's left of that knife after the handle fell apart. I mean, it started out looking like this. And the more I worked with it, another piece fell off, and so you need a Ginsu knife. It cut really well, but it's being thrown out after you get through here tonight.
Should we look for some of it in here?
I hope not. And so you take 3 pounds of this pork and you trim it. This is the trimmings of it. And just cut it into small pieces because they're going to be bite-sized pieces for your barbecue dish. And you take, I used naturally hardwood smoked bacon. Take thick bacon, put it on the bottom of the dish. Line the dish with the thick bacon, okay? And then basically what you do is you add Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. I mean, you can make this yourself, and Pam and I used to do this. You know what? That's a lot of work. I mean, it's hours doing that. It comes out great. What's that?
Who made it?
I'm sorry. I thought I said Jim and Pam made. Is my memory failing me? Or? Before there was Pam, I made barbecue sauce. One time I had Coca Coca-Cola barbecue sauce. And two others I don't remember. They were a big hit. But since then, we found out how to make our own barbecue sauce. So anyway, I went down to the store. You know, it was cheaper to buy the 90 ounce because I needed 40 ounces of it for this. And so we now have a big bottle of this. Of course, some hot sauce. I don't know how hot it is because I'm not able to eat this today. And some Worcestershire sauce. And so you mix that all up and let it marinate in a plastic bag. I did it in a dish. He said plastic bag, but, you know, in the refrigerator for overnight. That's where you get to the time problem. And then you put it in the oven for 2 hours. So it's here, and it's as simple as that. So the sauce really comes here. You're doctoring it up, and he says, feel free to add whatever it's going to taste, you know. So when you get a chance, it's nice hot, just come out of the oven again, and take a little spoonful. And with that, I think we've got everybody covered, except to say thank you, one, for Earl, where's Earl?
Right here.
And Norm. Norm, we're going to be a cleanup crew. They're the ones that get hidden in the background, okay? But every year, they sign up to help us, and so I thank you both right up front for the work you're about to do. Earl, we didn't blow up you. This is good, okay? And so with that, we've got silverware, plates, napkins. Come on up. Do we have coffee? Yeah, all the chefs come together for a shot, and then we'll have it come together. Come together towards the center here. We got to get our mug shot for the next year. United Methodist magazine. Rich, come on, get in front.
Oh, this is our